Hi everyone, it's Emily from Mind Tools for Kids here, popping by this morning to talk to you about my child's assembly I've just been to. Picture the scene, parents at the back, whole school sat there, child's class comes in, lots of lines and solos and songs and all eyes on them. How do your children cope in those situations? Are they happy in those environments? Are they happy to be the centre of attention? Are they happy to have all eyes on them? Have they decided before they've even got there that it's going to be dreadful? What do you do and how do you cope with that? Now, maybe your kids are fine in that situation, but for a lot of children, there are times when something will come up and they've already made their mind up that it's not going to work out and it's going to be dreadful. What can you do to dig your child out of themselves and help them get through that experience and actually enjoy it? So a lot of it's about what we tell ourselves in our mind. You know, if we say, oh, it's going to be terrible, it's going to be awful, then inevitably it is. So one thing I absolutely love doing with kids is teaching them the I can do it mantra. You know that self-talk in your mind that, oh, I need to get this, I need to get that. Well, children are starting to develop it from the age of 5, 6, 7. And actually, if we can teach them to program in positive instruction, positive self-belief at that age, then they will absolutely thrive in these new situations. So I can do it is really, really pivotal for kids to go and steam through these new situations feeling really good about themselves. So how could you do that with your child if they've got something coming up that they're not too sure about? Well, let's imagine, for example, that your child has an assembly and they've got to speak some lines and they're not too happy about doing it. They've already decided in their mind that it's going to be dreadful. You could try this. So first of all, get your child to close their eyes and imagine that they can see themselves floating out of their body to the them in the future. The them that's just done the assembly, and guess what? It's gone really, really well. Much easier than they thought it would be. What do they see, hear and feel, knowing they did a really great job? And really get them to try that experience on, having done it well, it's been easy and it's been enjoyable. Get them to verbalise that and tell you exactly what it's like and how great they feel. And then what you can get them to do is to close their eyes and to step out of that them in the future and to look back. And to look back from that space at the them now. What advice would they give? What would they say? Just do it. Go for it. You can do it. Okay? And then you can get your child to try those feelings on and say to themselves, I can do it. And to practice saying it out loud and then to practice saying it in their mind. And with practice, with making this part of what your child does in new situations, they will learn a really powerful habit that can help them in new situations. You can then say to your child, okay, so knowing what you know now, how will you deal with this differently? How do you feel about doing the assembly now? How much better do you feel about doing the assembly? Okay, lots of positive language and lots of focusing on what works rather than what doesn't and what could happen. Let's focus on it working out well. And this is something that, you know, done subtly on a day-to-day basis can be really, really powerful and help your child in so many ways. So I'd love to hear how you get on with it. Give it a whirl. Try it out with your kids and message me below and let me know. And if you want to know more, pop by my page, Mind Tools for Kids, and I'll be posting some more tips on how you can help your child with how they talk to themselves inside. Have a super day.